Hala bir tane çalışıyor ya.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
The scan is perfectly safe. Please keep moving.
Bir dakika. Saldırıdan sonra şehir böyle mi döndü? Bir şey demiş. Saldırıdan sonra şehir böyle mi döndü? Teşekkür ederim mesaj. 9 saat nasıl dayanıyorsun? Bak. Vay be.
If you are a victim of the recent attack, please remain calm. UC security has everything under control.
Bunları alayım da bana lazım çünkü. Var mı sende sağlık paketi?
There's been an incident. Please continue going about your business.
Tamam abi. Harbi lan şehir yok oldu. Allah razı olsun. Hop selamünaleyküm. Aşkımla takılıyoruz ya, çok güzel değil mi? Hasan hoş geldin. Aleykümselam. Bir kişi. Hani o insan mı değil mi o da belli değil abi. Gelmiş bir şeyler yapmış. Ortalığı dağıtıyor.
It's done. Let's head home.
Bitti. Eve gidelim. Ben yukarıdan geldim buraya.
You some kind of an acrobat.
Nat stasyonu. Gidek. Sfere gelinimi getir bana. O benim abi. Kavga etmeyelim. Bizim görev neydi? Bakalım. Dövülmüş bir miras. Vay Victis'le konuş diyor. Bir yan görev. Dövülmüş bir miras. Bu gizli adam var ya, kızın babası. Öldü diye kızı kandırmışlar. Ama ona böyle gizli bir yerde sakın. Hey, I'm fucking authorized you. Just chill bro. Kız. Bekle. Aynen şu adam ya. Seni lanet olası. Kardeş.
What a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Bulduk. Seni de bulduk.
Now what in the heavens would make you claim something as ludicrous as that?
Seslerini duyduk.
Did you?
Ya.
Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You know, you're far more clever than I expected.
Tabii.
You want to hear the words then? I did it. The terramorph attacks on Tau City.
What?
New Atlantis. My doing.
What?
Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
Nedir bilmiyorum. Bunu söylerse belki detaylı bir şey söyler. Merak ettim.
You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I can risk risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Easy to say now, but at the time, I didn't know the Lazarus plant couldn't be plucked from the ground and used to cause even more death. I wasn't going to allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial,
Kaydet evet.
my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies.
Colonies.
My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy?
Lan
My
yere git.
daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The
Sabah
dear
bitmez ya.
departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays, and after all.
Ses deneme. Tamam bak ses geldi. Oh shit. Güzel hoş geldin. Benim format atayım da bu
Zedal
ayarları
çizgi
sıfırdan bir
543
yapayım da
abone
kendine
oldu.
gelsin bu lise. Deliyle. Umarım bu konuda hoşuna gitmiştir. Çünkü kabine söylediğimde de muhtemelen sizin için konuşmamız lazım.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here.
Zed kesene bereket.
There are more on the horizon. If you
Geldi.
do the right thing.
Hidraus ve Parsival'la konuş. Allah Allah. Onlar da böyle. Lanet olası pislikler. Sesin artık daha güzel geliyor. Bir saygılar. Sesim artık daha mı güzel geliyor?
Authorized personnel only. Friend has to stay here.
Sesim artık daha güzel geliyormuş. Oh pardon. Buradan gidiyormuş. Düştüm. Sara nerede? Kız. Hoş gel. İşte bu be aşkım ya. Sen kralsın ha. Sen kral bir kızsın. Seninle evleneceğim. Valla evlenmeyeceğim gel. Evleneceğim dedi geri bastı ya. Hızlı geldik la. Siz bu kapıları kapatmaya mı başladınız? Kabinler. Büyük abilerimiz. What the? Burası neresi ya? Ha burayı ilk defa görüyoruz. Selamun aleyküm.
Perfect timing. We just got in.
So on
Yani
our
kral
end,
sevgili
good
Süleyman'la hoş
news.
geldin.
The microbe and the asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Bunu söylersek babası hayatta olduğunu bir şekilde söylemiş oluyoruz değil mi? Sıkıntı. Yalan söylersek Doktor Leyla'yla adında bir adamdı. Saldırıları o gerçekleştirdi. Aşağıdaki gördüğümüz adam bu kızın babası. Ve şu an kız babasının öldüğünü biliyor. Yıllar önce babası öldü diye biliniyor. Ama devlet adamı yer altında tutuyor. Gizli olarak bilgi topluyor bu adamdan. Adamdan bilgi alıyor. İnformasyon falan filan intar. O yüzden ben vatandaş olduğumda, benim karakter vatandaş olduğunda ben bir yemin ettim ki kızı ya da adamın yaşadığını, kıza falan değil, hayatta adamın hayatta olduğunu kimseye söylemeyeceğim diye yemin ettim. O yüzden hiçbir şekilde söylememem gerekiyor. Vatandaşlığımı falan kaybederim. Bir de yüzbaşıyım ben. Baba olmaz. Yüzbaşı falanım ya. Niye yemin ediyor? Yani bunlar hayatın gerçekleri. Bağırırım şimdi. Adamın hayatta olduğunu durursak bizim koloni ne olur? Güçsüz kalır. Çünkü diğer koloniler basarlar. Niye elinizde böyle bir şey var da bize söylemiyorsunuz? Şey gibi düşün. Hadi Gana elinde bir şey var ve Amerika diyor ki bizimle paylaşmıyorsun gibi bir şey konuşun. Girmeyelim şimdi şeyde. Siyasete girmeyelim de onun gibi bir şey. O yüzden söylemememiz gerekiyor. Yemin ettik. Görevimizi yerine getirelim. Bize verilen emiri yerine getirelim. Biraz bilgi topluyorum. Yalan da söylemek istemiyorum şimdi
We'll be
kadına.
here. So, did you turn up anything on the attacks? Any idea who might have been involved?
Yalan söylememiz gerekiyormuş. Bir şekilde olmuyormuş.
Orleys? Reginald Orleys? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him? Oh yeah. Both worked for UC Defense Research way back when.
Kullandığımız adamı
Different
da bu adam
departments.
tanıyormuş
Everyone
lan.
knew Orleys. Had a mean eye for weapons tech. And a meaner temper. Wasn't exactly a surprise when he fled
Beyaz yalan
instead of
bunlar.
standing trial after
Beyaz
the
yalan
colony
konuşuyor.
war. But finding out he's taken up mass murder in the years since, that is a shock. You're sure about this?
Bir dakika. Biz konuşurken deliler kabineye gidiyoruz.
I don't know much about Orleys, but anyone with a sick mind like that needs to be tried for his crimes and then dealt with appropriately.
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orleys now? Were you able to bring him in?
Önerir misin peki? Abo. Denedim. Baba ne olacak şimdi ya? Şimdi ileride bu kız bunu öğrenirse. Bak gözleri kıpkırmızı, bu vampira bizim kanımızı içer bak. Çiğ çiğ içer kanımızı. Vampira benziyor bu.
Oh, Captain, I'm sorry. I won't pry any further.
Sıkıntı yok.
Well,
Canım
at least you
acıyor.
won't be able to hurt anybody else now.
Her yerim
Might be the
acıyor.
best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Tabii efendim.
Then here we go.
Kabine hitap edin. Abo. Bu ne, çanta mı?
Howdy.
Buyurunuz, buyurunuz. Aşkım benim be. Niye geri yürüyor? Selamun aleyküm.
Welcome back, all of you.
Sayın
I
Başkanım.
wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report and the second one I just received,
Tapu. Tapuya
it seems the
hangi tapu?
Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Doğru hanımefendi. Doğru hanımefendi ne ya?
The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlais actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Well, I'm so fucked up right now. Ne seçiyoruz?
The cabinet requires a response.
Tamam ya, sakin ol, Allah Allah. Çikolata yiyorum, diyemiyor mu?
I do not appreciate information being withheld.
Ne yapalım? Harbi bak, ne yapalım? Çoğu millet biri dedi.
They Victus? My father, what are you...
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was going to end in tragedy.
He's alive. Victus is still alive. And you people, you have the nerve to sit there and call that a mistake. People have died. What the hell is wrong with you?
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Baba bir şey olmadı ama gibi ya. Bir dakika. Bir şey olmamış ama gibi ya. Bir dakika. Bir şey olmamış.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Geldiren hoş geldin. Kesene
Is that actually him?
I know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will
Bak,
be quick to share
bence
all
daha
he
iyi
knows
bak.
on the
Hem kız
subject
öğrenmiş
once
oldu, herkes
confronted with
öğrenmiş
that
oldu.
recording.
Ben de
Chief Yasin,
belki
can you send one
bundan
of your
toplantıdan sonra beni
interrogators to
hapse
have a
atarlar
little
olabilir
chat
olsun ama
with the Admiral?
söyledim yani.
I'll issue the
Bilmişti.
order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Abo. İyi geceler abi. Ne diyelim?
Silence gets us nowhere closer to our answers.
Şimdi diğer kız da bir şey diyeceğim. Diğer kız da babası yani.
Silence gets us nowhere closer to our answers.
Bilemedim ya. Of. Şimdi gidip de çocuk yanımızda duruyor. Şimdi öldürülsün falan dediğimizde ne olacak yani?
The cabinet requires a response.
Ya hayırdır lan
I'm
Sara.
not
Bir
sure I
dursun.
see why someone with UC blood on their hands would merit leniency. But I will note your request when the decision is made. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be
Çıktı mı
securing the
yukarıda?
Lazarus plant on Londinian, All materials related to the plant
Beğenmedin mi?
are
Sağ üstte
classified
çıktı mı?
to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Hanımefendi. Lazarus sorgusunu güvenliğimizi sağlamasını diğer grupları da dahil olması gerektiğine inanıyorum. Hani 3 tane gruplar ya şimdi.
Gather your thoughts and let's continue.
Gelir bu sefer. Aa doğru adamın yaşadığını galiba.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the terramorph and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Asylees are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. I'm just now learning about my father being alive.
I'm sorry, Major, though I hope you understand why this had to be kept in the strictest confidence. Would you like a moment?
I'll be fine. We've been having similar debates ourselves.
Oo.
It's only the captain who has yet to share.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Hayda. Bence koyulusun. Aşağıda bir şey daha var.
We're waiting on you, Captain.
Bence koyulsunlar. Morflara yeterince hasara neden oldu. Mikropla hızla yok edilmeleri gerekiyor. Mikropla hızla yok edilmeleri gerekiyor.
These are topics of the utmost importance. Take your time.
Aynen. Ben de biliyorum. Ne olacak şimdi ya? Safa hoş geldin.
We're waiting on you, Captain.
Dotta bir şey yok ki.
Please, ask.
I can feel this one. While intimidating creatures, certainly, Asylees are docile unless provoked. They're honestly closer to oversized mobile scanners than deadly predators. The concern is that, while all proposed methods will be long-term efforts, the Asylees are the slowest. Slow to breed, slow to deploy. We do everything we could to accelerate that process, including mustering some of our mothballed cloning technologies. But if we do elect to use this method, we'll be doing things at the pace of a megafauna, which is not an expedient one.
Oh shit. Aleykümselam.
Skosefrot 21. ayını kutladı. Selam aleyküm.
Üf. Bir dakika ya.
Very well.
Ama yapsınlar, hayvanları koysunlar, öldürsünler işte. Bunu
I'm
koy.
in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please. And Major Sinan?
Sipariş
Dr.
verin
Walker,
lütfen ya.
you find this acceptable?
The captain is normally a trustworthy source.
And, in this case, continues to be. He speaks for us all, ma'am.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude.
Promosyon
Today,
verin.
we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1?
Birinci sınıf mı?
Are you joking?
Birinci sınıf
What he
vatandaş
needs to
olacağız.
say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Paramı aldığım sürece mutluyum. Paramı aldığım sürece mutluyum yani. Ben bilmem vatandaş birinci klasmış bilmem nefes klas bilmem ne baba. Parayı yatırın masaya konuşalım yani. Çok bakmam o taraflara. Oğlum şimdi birinci first class olursa bizim gemilerimizi taramamaları gerekiyor. Kaçak getiririz. Satarız. Güzel para yaparız. Alo. Tararlar mı lan? Güzel bitti bak. En azından bak. Yalandan böyle kurtulduk. Oh saraymış maraymış. Beni hoşlanmamış bile. Yürü git kız. Sen ne biliyorsun?
You all have earned it.
Eyvallah baba.
Now, there's much to be done.
Doğru söylüyorsun.
Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly.
Voila.
He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Eyvallah. O dönecek yüksek fiyat. Senin dediğin görev bu değil miydi?
Enjoy the penthouse. One of the finest views in New Atlantis.
Bundan sonra ne oluyordu? O dönecek yüksek fiyattan sonra. Geminin görevi başlıyormuş ha. UC görevi bitti mi? Vay. Burada millet hayat normal yaşıyor ha. Ne giymiş la bu böyle? Doğru. Pembiş. Selamünaleyküm. Başlanmış. Ak düşmüş. Ne oluyor lan? Berat'ın eşyaları olacağını böldürümlü katına taşındı. Ah lan. Berat'ın eşyalarını alın.
Mateo.
Ah lan. Ulan ya. Ulan Berat. Ulan Berat. Berat'ın kıyafeti. Bunları almayacağım, dursun.
Everyone seems
If I may,
Peki görevin ismi ne?
I know
Geminin
our
görevi.
encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest
B veya C
is the
verecek.
Sanctum Universum
Bize
going to
C önemli
bless our
bak.
little
C'yi
crusade of
önemli.
discovery.
C'yi almamız lazım.
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
13.000 para verdi.
Is a little colder than it used to.
Birlik. Ne oldu şimdi? 13K, 13.300. Kaç paramız? 128.000 paramız oldu durduk yere yine. Yeni öge. He. 10 yiyecek veya içecek. Oğlum onu hemen yaparız ki, sen bir dur. Hemen 2 dakikada yemek yiyeceğim. Bekle. Emzik miydi? Evet. Yemek yiyeceğim. 3 tane yedik. Ya bunu da. Ya bunu da. Oh. Oh. Allah razı olsun. Ağır tolerans mı? Oha. Mardinli Baran mı? Oy Mardin. Fiziksel hasarı. İyi, güzel güzel. O bir hırsat değil. Ne fatura? Hangi görevi yapıyoruz şimdi? Yerleri ooo söyleyin abi ya. Var olanın en iyisi. İsteğe bağlı kontrol noktasını bir şey. Bu görev de bitmek üzere gibi ya. Bayağı uzun, baksana neler yaptık. Bunu bitirek bari ya. Keyifler nasıl? Şükür. Mordildi. Estağfurullah. İzdavullah. Oy. Bunlar bizi gemiyle... Pardon. Suya girdi. Ne yapıyorsunuz? Orada olduğumu düşünmek yere geliyor. Neyi çok pahalanmış?
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of
Ha, PC.
spacecraft. And
Aa,
yet,
açıldı bura.
I still get sick more than that.
Bura açıldı.
I always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Geç bere tut.
I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
I'm sorry. Heat leeches can turn into what?
Terramorphs. Giant carapace-encrusted tanks. Hence the new scanning protocols. On our watch, no heat leech enters this city. Understood?
Understood.
All right. Let's get at it then.
Teknisyenler toplantı yap.
New Atlantis' first line of defense against heat leeches now. We see any
Give the word and we'll get. There's something I need to
Toplantı.
about.
Önemli görev.
Just here for a chat?
Hayvanlar buraya tekrar basmasınlar diye herhalde bir silah yapılıyormuş. Olduyla ben birinci sınıf vatandaş oldum da bir şeyler vereceklermiş. Adam biri bir şey anlatacaktı da orayı gitmedim galiba. Bir gidip biriyle konuşmam gerekiyordu. Your
grav jumps are as majestic as a valley.
Gelip bunlara infoyu verelim. Bir şey düşündüm. Acaba biz bu görevi yaptıktan sonra buraya gelip adamlarla konuşup bizim şeyleri wanted listi temizlememiz gerekiyordu. Şehire gitmeden. Ondan mı yakalandık acaba? Sonuçta biz bunlara yardım ediyoruz sonuçta bir şekilde. Böyle bunlara info vereceğiz.
I wouldn't want to be there at mast when the commander has to explain taking the comms.
Hey, I want to talk to you right now. I have mast breathing down my neck. They're ready to shut down this entire operation. You open fire on SY-920 and kill people. Just who the hell do you think you are? You always have a choice. People have died because you were too stubborn to find a safer solution. This is not how UC system operates. If you do it again, you're off this operation, and I'll have Toft throw you in the brig.
It'll be my pleasure, sir.
All right. I think we're all in agreement here. So let's get back to the operation at hand. Please give me your report. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant. But is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake.
Oğlum çok iyi ya.
It's long overdue.
Miss Official hoş geldin.
All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll
Live
be looking
of
forward to
Yorum.
your next
Hoş
report.
geldin.
Good luck. And please, be careful.
10.800.
Anything new to report?
Gel.
Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of UC system. I'd follow him to the ends of the galaxy.
Kaç param ne oldu? Oh, 37. 39 bin. Güzel. Başarım falan da geldi. Allo.
Word is you had to steal classified
Var
tech
mı
from
cam
the
paketiniz?
station. I hope
Ha,
the
var mı
commander
cam
knows what
paketi?
he's doing. I heard we might see some action soon. Can't wait.
Aksiyon.
If we keep having casualties, it's going to be tough to explain this to Mast.
Burası neresi kardeş? Hadi ya. Mutlak güç diye yeni bir şey açıldı. Birlik. Güçler de duruyor. İspat yükü. Ben anasını satayım. Bir iki yüz veriyoruz hemen geliyorum. Şımarıyorsunuz ha. İki tane ne sor. Mutlak güç. Hangisine bak. Uzun zamandır duruyor. Bunu bir deneyeyim. Kanıt ara dediği nedir? Selamünaleyküm. Selamünaleyküm. Aynen öyle. Oğlum patron nasıl sinirlendi ya? Sen gel buraya. Bli dedi. Dövecekti beni.
Off when you are, Captain. When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. You've got something for me? Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind.
Niye sinirli bakıyorsun ya?
I know, but that's not the point. This isn't about fault. This is about closure. Until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest. Maybe. But I'm willing to take the chance. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1. What's there to tell? I survived. My crew didn't. Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button.
Baksana
Would
sinirli
I
bakıyor
launch
bana ha.
safely or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface.
Biraz övelim hadi.
I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan. Your instincts are right on target.
Tabii.
Logan and I
Hissediyorum.
butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. We've never seen eye to eye. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal crusade. That's why I need you by my side. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I need someone I can trust to keep me in check. I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your
Bir
help.
tane kafanı sıkayım da görürüz.
Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand.
Çünkü seni seviyorum sana. Aşığım sana.
I don't know what to say.
Kabul et lan.
I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True love. Something I've seriously considered sharing with you for a long time. Just not ready. Not yet.
Nasıl ya? Of ya. Paylaşmak istiyorum, seninle paylaşmak istiyorum diyor. Şimdi de diyor ki, yani biraz zaman geçsin diyor. Ne istiyorsun kız ya? Ne bir diyoruz ya.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long.
Tabii.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Ne? Yukarıda ne çıktı öyle? Reddedilmez bir şey değildi. Hemen klip alın. Sara artık bilmem ne bir şey reddedilmez falan bir şey dedi. Bak belki şansımız vardır ha. Ana bu bir kimin gemisi lan?
This is so cool.
Paramogan artık anit olarak tamamlanana kadar reddedilemez. Nasıl ya? Ne demek o? He, bu görevinden bahsediyor. Hep peşinizi... Biz bu göreve gelmedik mi? Yok, diğer görevi bitirdik. Parasını aldık. Hadi baba, aşkımız bir şey istedi, gidek yapak ya. Aşkım benim ya, gidek işini yapak. Oyun basıyor mu sende? Yok. Yayında da kasmıyor ki. Benim cillet gibi gözüküyor. Seni artık arkadaş olarak görüyormuş. Nasıl yani, beni friendzone mu attı yani? Ya da böyle ondan sonra sevgiliyle mi geçeceğiz? Arkadaşlar sevgili. Sadece arkadaş mı erkek arkadaş mı dedi. Oğlum. Böyle bir dikkatli okulun ha. İlerliyor muyuz, geri mi gidiyoruz? Ben çözemedim ya. İlerleme mi var? Ne var şimdi? Ha, ileride sevgi ölür işte. Adole Dödüyüm patates.
Adamınız beyler.
Adamınız diyorlar lan.
Another perfect
You are entering United
Just
Colonies
like
space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Hoş geldiniz. Hoş geldiniz abi. Teşekkür ederim host için.
All right, we're done. Clear to land and have new inventors.
Ben birinci sınıf vatandaşım, ona göre ha. Ona göre. Hoş geldin. Bu saatten sonra siyah saçların adı neydi? O ne? Abi sen bu oyunu oynadın mı?
Hey, I have something I need to discuss with you.
Yine mi ya? Gel gel gel. Gel buraya konuşalım. Gel. Gelemiyor. Kız.
Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you.
Vay.
The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say.
Açtan yani. Seni sevdiğinden. Teşekkürler. Yüzmezliğiyle. Oğlum düşünsene. Bunu tıklayıp sürekli milletten para alacağız.
Well, yes, of course. But that's beside the point. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Barrett's life. He was one of my closest colleagues and a cherished friend. He always knew how to make me laugh. I'll miss him dearly. I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all and Barrett would still be alive.
Abo. Ne olacak şimdi? Ne kadar sinirli bakıyor ama ha.
No, she wouldn't. But was it worth the cost? Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're
Sakin ol ha.
explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
Hiçbir şey.
This silence is getting awkward. No! I refuse to allow Barrett's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair. The question is, where do we go from here?
Oğlum gözlerinde yaş mı geldi la?
Stop pushing the boundaries.
Gözlerinde yaş mı geldi la? Var mıydı yoksa?
I don't know where to begin.
Yeni mi geldi yoksa var mıydı zaten? Hakkında karıştı geliyor işte. Allah Allah. Kim öldü? Berat öldü ya. Berat de bir tane eleman. Ne yapıyor Umut? Çünkü ilk etapta hiçbir şey yanlış bir şey.
I suppose you're right. I just hope we don't make the same fatal mistake twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. It was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal.
Oyun çok iyi değil mi ya? Oyun NPC'lerin böyle duyguları falan var lan. Bana sinirleniyor bir şey oluyor. Oraya tokatlarım seni ha.
Good. Because I expect this won't be the last time I intend to cry on your shoulder or scream in your face. Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work. When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss.
Oğlum yine konuşmak istiyor lan bu. Üçüncü. Selamünaleyküm. Vay hayırlı görevler abilerim. Şehir çok güzel bak ya. Bana benzemiyor ya. If you
Mind. I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later.
Tamam gidiyoruz işte. Aa, buraya sis bastı lan. Saldırı mı geliyor yoksa? Skyrim'i hiç oynamadım bu arada. Skyrim mantığıymış bu oyun.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Aha. Tamam, teşekkür ederim komutanım. Bu bir önlüğün sadece birinci sınıf olayını ödediği parayı almak için buradayım.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
112.000. Yeah.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Hangisini seçelim ya? Bir öncü görevi yürütmek istiyorum. Öncü görevi ne lan? Lider olmak o kadar mı?
I'm here all day if you've got...
Geçe istediğimiz zaman gelir konuşabiliriz adamla. Oh. Çavuş Yumi. Çavuşla bir Yumi'yle konuşmamız lazım.
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making Class 1.
Birinci sınıf vatandaş olduk artık ha, ona göre. Kaç paramız oldu? 151. Let's go. Merkez Komutanlığı, Cumhurbaşkanlığı Ofisi, Sistem Savunması. Vay anasını satıyor. Oralara kadar gidebiliyoruz artık ha. Oy oy oy oy. Vay anam babam, bu ne lo?
Pardon. Yes? What?
Kafanıza neler yapıştırırız? Ha bu. Uf. Vay anasını satayım. Kral selamun aleyküm. Da benim manit seninle konuşmak istiyor. Bununla nasıl konuşuyor? Bu kişi meşgul ne ya? Selamun aleyküm. Gelin mi? Allah Allah. Selamun aleyküm.
Perhaps our military must always be at the ready. But in my opinion, it should also be a last resort.
Good to see you again.
You're not required to address me as sir. That protocol ended the moment you dropped your clusters on my desk, remember?
Look, Admiral, I'm not here to open old wounds.
Old wounds is an interesting turn of phrase, given our past.
Maksimum sağlığınızı %20 arttırın. Ondan sonra maksimum sağlığınızı %30, %40 falan filan intihar miler. Heh, konuşun bakalım. Bu benim harita, ona göre. Olacak da tam olmadı ama olacak.
I'm here
İnanıyorum.
because I need your help, Admiral.
İnatçı biriyim.
You need my help. That's interesting. The last time we spoke, you made it quite clear that you were turning your back on the Navy.
That was a decade ago. Things change. People change.
Neon kim
Admiral,
oğlum?
please. I didn't come here to argue. I'm here to come to terms with my past.
Your past is sitting in a closed file in the archives. That's where you left it when you walked out on the United Colonies. And what about you? Just who in the blazes are you anyway? I see. Then, as Sarah's associate, perhaps you could kindly explain to me why I shouldn't have the both of you escorted from the building.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is ridiculous. If you have a problem with me, then there's no need to berate my colleague.
I don't have a problem with you, Commander. I'm simply trying to determine why you deserve the Navy's help. That's quite a noble gesture. Is this true, Commander?
It's about Cassiopeia, Admiral. I'm heading back there to find out what happened to the crew of the Dauntless, and hopefully, to bring their legacy home.
That sounds like a dangerous operation. Are you certain it's worth the risk?
I don't know.
I understand. Mental scars
Duygusal
left
gidiyoruz.
by war rarely heal
Aleyhisselam.
quickly, if ever at all. I sympathize with your struggle, Commander.
I want to put an end to the sleepless nights, the nightmares, waking up in cold sweat. It's been difficult, Admiral.
I understand. And I believe I owe you an apology, Commander.
Adam
Our
ola.
last encounter has obviously distorted my impression of your character.
Bence de.
What can I do to help?
If you wouldn't mind allowing me to access the files regarding my rescue, I'd be most grateful, Admiral.
That shouldn't be too difficult. I've sent all the relevant information to you, Slades. Was there anything else?
No, Admiral. Thank you.
Allah razı olsun.
You don't need to thank me, Commander. I just hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
Kız gidek mi? Gemiyi uçurup senin geçmişine gidelim mi? Gel gidek. Geçmişine gideceğiz. İyi ben gidiyorum. Bir de gelmiyor ya, gelmiş durmuş. Ben gideyim ya. Aa gelmişsin. Bırakıp gidiyordum valla. Bizim bir yere konuşmamız gerekiyor. Bize ev vermişler galiba burayı. Bizim bir real estate'de konuşmamız gerekiyor. Sonra bize ev verecekler herhalde. Yani ne yapacaklarsa artık.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
Tamam gelip gemime binelim.
You think I can pull off that look?
Aynen biz birinci sınıf vatandaş olduk ya. Artık ev satın alabiliyoruz. Ve galiba bize zaten ev verildi gibi ha.
Crew accounted for. When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
Talk about me, baby.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the terramorphs with the experimental microbe instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made. Minimal risk. Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me. Unfortunately, there's no use dwelling on the past. You need to live with the decision that's been made. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk. Anything that accelerates the terramorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance? You haven't let me down. You've simply given me cause for concern. I'll tell you what. Let's put this past us, shall we? I'm sure everything will work out in the end.
Sen yapsaydın. Allah Allah.